And Coach is super pumped to have you. So this is a really quick one. Coach has a pretty good prediction here. Now, Eagles fans have been acting really entitled lately. I mean, not surprising when you win a couple Super Bowls, they're going to have a little bit of a different swagger back than the Eagles that Coach grew up with, right? But they basically, the whole fan base seems to be of the belief that any problem that arises, Howie's just going to rush out and wheel and deal and instantly solve it. And their problem right now is they need a major difference maker at cornerback. And they keep saying that the Eagles are going to trade for Denzel Ward, which Coach says is absolutely insane. No way in hell is that happening. Ward's one of only 2 untouchable players on the defense, right? And their evidence for this is, the Browns are selling because they traded Greg Newsome to the Panthers. Well, if you need a cornerback and Greg Newsome was so fucking good, why didn't you trade for him? Oh, right. He's only good when he's on someone else's team. He's only selling when it's someone else's player, right? You would have traded him out of town in a heartbeat and not thought twice about it. Meanwhile, and the evidence is you didn't give. It's not like we got some huge haul for him. Like Newsome was available, you could easily have him. He just wasn't good, right? Denzel Ward is good, and you're not getting him. Cornerbacks are at a premium in this league. Okay, you got to give up major capital. The Eagles teams I know, they develop their cornerbacks for the most part. Major free agent signings or trades for players in Eagles history have gone historically poorly. Why don't you take a look at Nnamdi Asomugha for an example of such? Maybe the Eagles will trade for Sauce Gardner or something like that. I guess that's possible. But I don't possibly see Denzel Ward. But Coach is trying to cook up like a crazy scenario for A.J. Brown because it sure seems like he's been a malcontent for a while. Right now, Coach is like, is he going to go to the Patriots, the Steelers? Maybe. But Coach was thinking, what if Kevin Stefanski throws one more Hail Mary before getting ran out of town and ships a 3rd rounder or something of that nature over to the Eagles? It somehow is the best offer they had because we've seen players being dealt for cheap, right? So a 3rd rounder for a player that hasn't been performing. I don't know if A.J. Brown's worth a 3rd rounder to the Eagles right now. To be honest with you, I'm sure a lot of Eagles fans would feel differently. Boston Allen's probably screaming at a screen, right? But Coach is thinking, if they do move him, the only spot I see is the Cleveland Browns. And I see it as one, desperation on Kevin's part. Maybe even gives up a 2nd rounder or something, right? Or, something just insane that instantly is going to get him fired when it doesn't work out because Dylan Gabriel can't get him the fucking ball. But that's basically what Coach is going to say is that's Stefanski's final defense is these receivers just can't fucking catch the ball, right? Or some shit, and points to the handful of drops they had, even though Dylan had a million more overthrows and the defense had even more drops than the offense, that maybe they can have their problem solved with a difference maker wide receiver, right? Coach likes Josh Gordon for the Browns anyways. He doesn't even think they necessarily need A.J. Brown, but it would certainly make sense if we were going to pick a player off the Super Bowl champs for it to be, on paper, probably our biggest weakness, right? Because quarterback, we still got one more guy we can kick the tires on. It's not like there's somebody sitting on the deep bench. Like I said, Josh Gordon can come in and help him out. Most people aren't thinking like that. I think this is a move they can sell to the general public. Everybody laughs at A.J. Brown as being a big loser. Like, imagine going from 4-2 to 1-5 or whatever the fuck, right? And of course, his first game's going to be bad. His debut is going to be bad. So everybody's act like the Browns failed right away. Then Belichick comes to town and gets the most out of him, or flips him again. Who knows, right? Exactly. What do you know? Just as Coach predicted, A.J. Brown made his NFL debut in a 43-13 road victory over